Hello viewers, this is my big brother part 2 text. This is remaining part of the last video text hobby. But I requested brother still and flew kites only after making sure he was nowhere near. All the little difficulties associated with kite flying like making the manja kite string, bridling the kite and preparing for tournaments were resolved secretly. I did not wish to convey to elder brother that my respect for him had diminished even a wee bit. One day evening, far away from the hostel, I was chasing a free flying kite that had been caught in a kite fight. My eyes were lifted up to the sky and my mind was focused on the sky traveler. The kite drifted lazily towards its doom like some nonchalant soul descending from heaven to take up a new role on earth. A whole army of children with long sticks in hand chased it. Unconscious of everything else, it was as if the children were flying in the air alongside the kite where there were no cars, trams, and vehicles. All of a sudden, I encountered elder brother who was returning from the market. He caught hold my hand and said in a very harsh manner, "Don't you feel ashamed of yourself chasing a worthless kite along with this street you arsons? You are no longer a child. You are in the 8th grade, just one grade lower than me. A person should be aware of his position. There were a time when people used to become deputy tahsildars after passing the 8th grade. I know so many people who, after passing the middle school, are today deputy magistrates and superintendents. Many have become leaders and editors of newspapers. Great scholars work under them. And you, despite being in the 8th grade, you were chasing a kite. I feel sad for you. You might think that since you are just one grade lower than me, I have no more right to say anything to you. But that is your mistake. I'm older than you by 5 years, and even if we come together in the same class, if the examiners continue in the same fashion, then this will be quite possible next year, and you may even cross me another year's time. The 5 years of age difference cannot be wiped off even by God. I'm older than you and by 5 years, and shall always remain older than you by 5 years. I have more experience of life, and you cannot equal that even if you go on to do MA, DLED, and or DPhil. Wisdom is not acquired through reading books but through experiences. Mother did not pass a single class, and father probably never studied beyond the 5th or 6th grade. But even if we read all the books in the world, they would still have the right to advise and correct us. It is not merely because they are our parents, but because they have more experience of life. Uh, they might not know what type of government exists in America, or how many times did Henry VIII marry, or how many constellations are there in the sky, but they knew 1,000 other things which you and me do not know. God forbid, but if I were to suddenly fall sick, you will become scared, and only thing that you will be able to do is send a telegram to father. But if father were in your place, he would not get scared and send telegrams to anybody. He would first try to recognize the symptoms, and if he is not successful at that, he would send for the doctor. Well, sickness is something serious. You and I do not even know how to manage the expenses. We spend whatever we receive from home within 20 to 22 days, and then we have to do without breakfast and have to hide from the washerman and barber. But father has lived the major portion of his life in dignity. On half of the amount that both of us spend today, he has managed a family of 9 members on that amount. Look at our own headmaster. He has done his MA and 2 from Oxford. He gets a salary of 1000, but who manages his home? His old mother, headmaster's degree, has been of no use in this matter. Initially, he used to manage his affairs of his home, but his expenses always exceeded his income. He fell into debts, but ever since his mother took the management of the house in her own hands, things changed for the better. So, dear brother, cast off your pride, and now since you are almost in the same class you can do as you please. I will never allow you to treat the wrong path. And if you don't listen to me, showing me his open palm can also make use of this. My words may be poison to you. Brother's introduction of this new line of argument caused me to bow down my head in shame. I realized how small I really was, and that realization made me look at brother with newfound adoration. My eyes glistened with tears that wanted to break free. I said, whatever you were saying, absolutely true. You have every right to speak to me uh, in this manner. Brother embraced me and said, I do not wish to prevent you from flying kites. I also crave to fly kites. But what can I do? If I tread the wrong path, how will I be able to protect you? I have a duty to perform. By a quirk of fate, a kite annihilated in a battle sailed over our heads. Just then, the string was dangling within reach. Hordes of boys chased the coveted trophy. Brother is quite tall. He leaped easily, caught hold of the string, and then vaulted for the hostel. I took after him. Finished by Premchand. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel, like, share, and press the bell icon. Have a good day.